Right, how's everyone going? Episode 11, going
What's
hard and
happening?
strong.
Yeah, let's do it.
We got a fucking dope episode today. We got the doubles episode. So we got Justice 360 versus the Saurus and Madness, which is fucking dope, old classic. Cortext and Lethal versus Pipes and Bonza, which I know to a lot of people, Pipes and Bonza are their favorite 2-on-2 group. So
amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people.
I'd honestly probably even call them the number 1 2-on-2 in Australia back in the day.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Yeah,
it's a hard one, but we'll go through the judging on that. I think it's closer. It's close, that one. And then we've got Dribbles and Fluence versus Epps and Lean, which I think is also a pretty dope battle, and it's good to see Fluence and Dribbles again because, you know, they're two gods of battle rap, if you ask me, and yeah, they're not
super excited about that one.
Yeah, very.
That was really good to watch, and it was great. I hadn't seen. I think I have seen the 60 and Justice battle back in the day, but I hadn't seen this Dribble one with Fluence, so that was really good. And yeah, just in general, these were great battles to pick. So well done, whoever played, probably.
I reckon this is one of the funnest weeks I've had so far watching the battles. I just really enjoyed all three of them thoroughly from start to finish. Easy watching.
It's real random how the world works because obviously Dribbles and Flu battled a long time ago. And I just had a mate that just rocked up. I haven't seen him in about 8 years. And out of all weirdness, that was the battle he mentioned. He goes,
out of nowhere.
I was like, we're doing a Battle Bar podcast where we judge battles. He goes, I'd be real interested to see this battle, Dribbles and Flu versus Epps and Lean. I'm like, bro, legit today. He's like, are you serious?
Yeah. It was meant
those
to
vibrations.
So just I used to pride myself on obviously being, trying to be Australia's number 1 battle rap fan. And I think that was the 2-Up school, which is where that battle's from, was one of, I think, 3 one-outs battles that I actually missed. So I was so shattered.
Damn.
Yeah, that sucks.
That would have been amazing to be in the room.
That whole card was 2v2s. So
Harlem, I think it was you showing me that other 2-on-2 the other day. What are they called? The little people or Ramsey? I think was in with that other.
The alien, small town alien.
Yeah. Small town alien, bro.
The little people.
I couldn't remember. Little small town. See, my brain was halfway there, but
Dude, they were amazing. But
I think they're pretty strong too.
Yeah,
I think they're pretty strong too.
100%. Yeah, and I think
I'm pretty sure that was the card that you battled UPOC on, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
See, bro, Australia's number 1 battle rap, bro.
Still got it.
That was, and they were amazing to watch live, man. Like, it's one of those battles. Like watching it on YouTube's fine, but I remember how just everyone was behind that match. It was so well done as well from both of them.
They've just got great chemistry together because they're opposites but similar.
But they're in a band. I think they do a band or something. They're in like a band or a group together, and that's why Small Town Alien was dragged into the battling in the first place. It's why
I think it's great.
And that's why it's like, things like what Breaking Bread are doing by finding a lot of, people who predominantly focus on tracks and stuff and sort of get them in because of a mate of theirs or something and drag them into the spotlight. That was an example back in the day that was amazing. Like everyone instantly loved Small Town Alien. But I love it.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah.
I actually ignorantly... or not, but I hadn't ever seen it before until I think it was Harlem that showed me the other day, and I was a fan instantly. Yeah. So I've been around forever. You don't know everything.
Yeah. No, that was.
Yeah.
Do you have photographic memory, Pates? Do
you know what's funny, bro? My short-term memory is like woeful, bro. Like you'll have to remind me like 6 or 7 times. Like my missus will tell you, bro. But when we go like, 8, 10, 12, 15 years ago, bro, I can almost tell you what I was wearing. Like, yeah.
That's
So
crazy, yeah.
my long-term memory is definitely intact, but yeah, short-term just absolutely shit outs.
So if you were a battle, you just have to pre-prep like 6 months in advance, and you'd be sweet.
8 years in advance, bro.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we give the sponsors a shout out before we move on. So D, you want to run through all the peeps?
Yeah, big shout outs to 420 Superstore. They're hooking me up too with something that'll be announced later. But yeah, big shout outs to them for looking after the battle bar and everyone. We got Investor Designs, Big Babes over there, fucking looking after everything, graphics, and obviously we've got Oz that helps us out there when Babes is out of commission. So respect to everyone there.
Thanks,
man. Yeah, and also shout out to.
We should shout out that.
What?
Blue on the technical side, you look after
us
us there.
For sure.
Fully.
And we got
There's
Harlan
plenty
for the good looks, and me just because I came up with it. So
yeah, lucky D came up with the idea. I don't know why I'm here, to be honest. So I appreciate you guys keeping me on. 11 weeks
you're
going
here
strong.
To keep the viewers coming back.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame I've got the worst camera quality and I look like a fuzzy potato. So far out.
Hey, bro, it was me for a long time. So.
I had to use the mic to make up for the poor visual. But now that I've just found out, that's why I'm fucking here. Well, Jesus, what are we gonna do?
You're gonna have to invest in a new camera, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. That's fine.
Between you and Blue, bro, that's our 50% of the lady audience. If you don't improve your quality, we're fucked.
I haven't looked into our YouTube analytics, but I think the men are definitely outweighing the females at the moment. So we'll get the work on that. I just want to also shout out.
That's because of your quality, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Up the quality and we're sweet.
We're going to go to at least 1080p by next week. That's my guarantee. Quick shout out to Amber Region. You can get drip like this, exact shirt, and many, many other attires on their website right now. Hit my bio and all the socials. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to work our way to 100, but I think, we're giving them a 360 battle today. So that's pretty good. We're giving the people what they want.
Yep.
Not a bad one at that.
And I think we did that one last. So, should we start then with
save that.
Pipes and Bonza?
I think you should announce that you're battling domes also, Blue. While we're shouting out what we're doing.
Shout out 3G card. It's in the loading screen. I'm battling domes. Easy victory. About to kill that boy.
Also, just make sure you keep running up all the new battle drops, the FBL drops, the 30G drops, and the Breaking Bread drops. There's so many dope battles out there right now.
Definitely.
Show your support, guys. It means heaps. Yes.
Definitely.
And obviously on the same card as Bubba Blue, we've got Osborne versus Mac Vine, which is going to be incredible.
Oh, thank you, boys. Thank you.
We got some people in the chat yet?
Oh, Ethan.
We got Ethan Wren.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Shout out.
What's up, Ren? His battle comes out today, so check that out.
It's already out. It's already out.
Does he go by Ethan Wren still, or just Ren?
Just Ren, I think, on that.
Yeah. His rapping name is Ren, but obviously the amped up crew know him as Ethan Wren.
Yeah.
Also, I was there. It was actually not a bad performance from him. I even think, for some West Australians, that's a tough crowd. But I think he was one of the standouts. Bar that say the top two, battles. Yeah. Ethan Wren was definitely the one that stood out to me. So much respect, brother.
Because we reviewed that battle of his. I'm pretty sure one of his versus Seth. Isn't that the one of the ones?
No. What's it called? That's the one that's
today.
Just dropped.
Yeah.
Seth battled Dusky.
Okay.
That's the one we reviewed.
Yep. No, but Ren didn't Ren battle Seth at some point?
That's what dropped today.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah, it was from the FBL event for me and Donkey.
That'd be good.
Yeah. No, it's a great watch.
We did drop predictions about it. That's probably where you're.
That's what I was trying to remember. Yeah, and I think that
you were the one that brought it to our attention that it was Ethan Wren.
Yeah, and I think I was a bit harsher on him than I remember I should have been. You
said he had an American accent. I do remember.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
You don't
Yeah.
like the American accents, bro. That's fair.
Yeah, I respect that. Yeah.
Check out that battle though. I think he does really well on it, and it's worth a watch. I think Seth does really well too, but the crowd is just not feeling it.
Yeah,
it's a really hard one there. Like all respect to FBL, but your crowd is hard, motherfuckers.
Just before we do move on, I just want to shout out to all the guys that are sending through promo for 30G's Lucky 7. I'm putting a team together real soon that'll be announced probably just before the event or just after the event. Putting together a new team to help me with creative and stuff like that.
Awesome.
So this is their first dabble with helping me with promos and stuff like that. So just want to say thank you to everybody getting involved. And I feel like obviously the Battle Bar we sponsor a promo award. So last 30G's event, Bubba. Wow. Absolutely.
Competition.
Yeah, terminated, I'll be back type shit on the competition. So if he's given you a chance by not putting anything out just yet, but that'll come. So
it's coming.
Yeah, what's it called? Get on your promo game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
get ready.
Definitely.
100%.
All right, well, do we get to the first battle then?
Yeah.
Let's
we should jump into Cortext Lethal, Pipes and Bonza, I reckon.
Sweet.
Yep, that's
What
one.
a start, eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
We got the winner right there. Yeah,
And
we'll start this way.
with you, Harlan. Just go all the way around.
Alrighty, so we've got the overall win for Pipes and Bonza at 4-1 from all of us 5 voters. So shout out to Pipes and Bonza on this one.
Same again, Harlan. Same again, mate.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy. But look, I'll run through what I got. So rhymes and multis, we got Cortex and Lethal. Cortex and Lethal also got the crowd reaction and interaction. All other 3 points going to Pipes and Bonza. What can I say, man? We've already dabbled in it in the intro, but Pipes and Bonza, incredible duo that I haven't seen anyone perform like them to that ability. It is so rehearsed, so tight. It's so intricate to the point. If they fucked up a single bit, it could stuff. It could fuck everything up. And they're yelling whole bars together, like 4 bar bits. Even they will chant them together. If you're saying that a little bit differently to the other person, you're not going to hear shit that either of them are saying. But they're actually saying it 100%. So well, so timed, it flowed, so it actually just amplifies it. So that's crazy. Good, Before I keep sucking them off, I'm going to say I really love Cortex and Lethal. Cortex was my number 4 in the all-time or something like that. I love how they're straight to it, aggressive punchlines. That shit I really froth all the time. Something I've said before is I think if these bars went up against another particular pair that wasn't Pipes and Bonza, they probably would have won. So it's not to diminish what they did. It's some crazy good shit, and they also got some crazy good love from the crowd, obviously being the home base for them. So that's why they got that point. But yeah, I'll leave it at that and let you guys deliberate.
Was it in Perth? Was it?
No.
No, I didn't think so. No.
Oh no, sorry, I just meant country wise.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you could feel like there was that Aussie pride, as we have a lot.
Bonza and Pipes are pretty loved in Melbourne, though. So I get you and I don't. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just meant because there was a lot. They had those Kiwi references and things like that, and I think the way that Cortex and that were handling themselves and the bars that they kind of were throwing that way, it just seemed to get more Aussie love. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's fair. That is fair, yeah.
I obviously went Pipes and Bonza as well. A little bit of insight, just I've worked closely with Mike, and he said that the 2-on-2s that he did, basically they would rehearse each other's bit to, from what you guys were saying before about, if one person's off, that's how if one person was off, the other person could pick it up. So that's why, honestly, credit where credit's due, man. Pipes and Bonza, for me, and as a battle rap fan, I feel like that they were the number one 2-on-2 team to do it in Australia. Full stop.
Fair call.
I did give the crowd reaction and interaction to Cortex and Lethal because it did feel, even though that the crowd was reacting to both, it just it seemed like they were a little bit louder for reacting to Cortex and Lethal, but also I didn't hear in the battle, Pipes and Bonza turn around and say, anything about the crowd where Lethal would say a few times throughout the battle, you hear that, Melbourne? So that's why I gave the interaction and crowd reaction to Cortex and Lethal. But honestly, other than that, man, it was a flawless performance from Pipes and Bonza.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, 100% agree. And obviously I've had the same points as Harlem again. And apart from what he's gone through, I'll just simply say the crowd reaction, I felt it was probably also the fact that Pipes and Bonza were really fast with their interchanging of their bars. It didn't allow for the pause and the slowness of Cortex and Lethal, who were allowing for that interaction each time. And I don't think it was that they weren't impressed by the material, because as you guys have pointed, especially after watching this, I'd say they are the Australian Shuffle T and Marlowe. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You really can't get better than this. Their delivery, the comedic chops, just the timing of it all was so impressive. And it was not that Cortex and Lethal were bad in any way. That's why this was such an impressive battle. And I think it was just edged essentially to me in those three middle sections to Pipes and Bonza. But I absolutely love this matchup.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that did anything different. I went Cortex and Lethal to win 4-1. I say this completely as a casual fan, but I really disliked Pipes and Bonza's delivery. I remember after the battle being like, I hate the way they do that, completely distaste. I wrote in the first round was not
that's
really
crazy,
a fan
Blue.
of it.
That's crazy.
Second round was I don't like the way they do it. The third round was I hate the way they delivered it. So I slowly became more and more against the way they were doing it.
Bro, I can actually,
but I just didn't like it.
I meant to bring up a note about that is I can see how that's not everyone's cup of tea. They get called out. I can't remember if it wasn't this battle, sorry, but about it being too performative or too corny or something like that. And I'm just on the other fence. I can get where you're coming from, Blue. That's why I'm saying it. But personally, I'm over the top. I'm fucking dramatic. So I'm all about that performance.
Mainly because I enjoy watching it.
Right.
Yeah,
interesting perspectives.
I also wrote down the name bars where they just said Cortex's name and Lethal names a bunch, where they're like Cortex, Cortex. I was like, I fucking hate that. So that's what I wrote.
Hang on a second.
That was dope.
He's just flying through these crazy bombshells, and he's just let me just say these 10 craziest things of all time.
Look, I speak with the heart, you know what I'm saying? My heart said
I love the contrast.
The whole last round, it was Barry Bonza.
Yeah,
they both did it.
I hated
it.
They
both did it.
Yeah, I hate it. That's what I'm saying. I didn't like it. I didn't like the same name to that.
I just want to point up. I didn't bring it up. Sorry to quickly interrupt, but because you're talking more about it, I wanted to say that the schemes and concepts for me was without question Pipes and Bonza, especially when they did that part that Harlem mentioned as well, where they both were spitting bars at the same time, and that was the scheme and concept in itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was different. It was different bars.
Yeah, and that
It was
I
wordplay.
hated that as well.
Yeah.
So exactly. So unfortunately,
Okay.
I dislike that. I think I had too much tism.
Obviously,
for that
I
bit,
haven't
to be
taught blue
for
enough.
Sure. Honestly, it was too much going on. I was like, "What the fuck's happening?" My brain started crashing.
okay.
I couldn't deal with it. So yeah, I didn't like that either. But obviously,
No,
Rise of Maltese, they fucking destroyed it. So I had
But that's why honesty is important. We love to hear it, mate.
exactly. I'm honest. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, for real, I'm giving them the Rhymes and Multis for that exact reason. It's because of that delivery and how they were using the wordplay and all that shit, and the schemes for that same reason. Because I actually love that shit. That's why it's pretty good contrast. Me and Blue feeling two different ways about that. I'd have to give the metaphors and everything to Cortex and Lethal because they definitely were better written. We had the presence and shit. I feel like Cortex has a lot of presence in himself, like just by himself, and then Lethal sort of matches that. Pipes has a lot of presence too, but Bonza sort of is a bit of a chill. You know what I mean? Like he's like low on the presence scale, so that was close. So I had to, but because of Bonza more so. Like I know he matches it with Pipes, but he just. That's me anyway.
No. I get it.
Yeah, that's fair.
With the crowd and stuff, I do feel like Cortex and Lethal had bigger moments, but I feel like Pipes and Bonza had it more consistent over all 3 rounds. You know, the reactions that they might not have had a bigger reaction, but they got reactions on nearly most of the things they said. So, yeah, pretty much got to go 3-2 to Pipes. One thing I wanted to mention was Cortex's line about the fisting his mother and pulling out his brother's wristwatch. I thought that was fucking clever and dirty, and probably the standout line of the battle, even though I gave it to Pipes and Bonza.
Yeah.
And unlike Blue, I pretty much gave it to Pipes and Bonza for the scheme that he wasn't liking. So each of their own.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's a dope battle overall, and I fucking love Pipes and Bonza. But I'm in agreement with you boys. If you watch Punch Drunk Crew versus Giantific Science, obviously me and Machine versus the Giantific Science boys from South Australia, we did try to pull off a very Mike Pipes Bonza performance, you know, where we're very team heavy. And it is that hard to actually accomplish because if one person fucks up,
that's it.
The next person's like, wait, to come in. Yeah. And then Machine was taking my bars. And then it was just fucking up the home. You know, it is very actually hard to accomplish.
You have to be 200% sure that you got each other's shit. That's why it's so interesting to know that they were doing each other's lines. I've done similar stuff in learning acting with like duologues and stuff.
Yeah. Well, me and Machine practiced all each other's lines, but Giantific Science got into Machine's head, put his kid to bed, and he didn't like it. And then from then on, it just threw off our whole momentum because we're literally doing word for word. A lot of that same wordplay that Blue doesn't like. But yeah, we're doing a very similar thing. I actually hadn't seen that battle at the point. I don't know if it was out at that point, but yeah, we're doing a very similar thing, but we failed because Giantific Science got a Machine's head and put off the momentum. So he said one of my words, and I'm like, hang on, that was mine. You know what I mean? And then he said his next one. It doesn't make sense now. It's very hard to do. So I've got to give Barry and Pipes a lot of respect for pulling it off as cleanly as they do, as oftenly as they did. So yeah, I've got to mention that.
And that's why, mate, we brought up. That's why, mate, we brought up that you and Bubba being a duo would work for a similar reason, purely because you're around each other enough and are able
they're not getting in our heads.
Yeah, that's right.
But then, like,
no
D would write this crazy, like, back and forth shit, and Blue would be like, fucking hate it. It's trash.
Exactly. My terrible idea. Cut that.
Okay. I was going to say something, but I'll leave that because I know some angles.
Saying I think it needs that level of prep, because even Sturdy's mentioned to me in the past about doing a doubles matchup, and I've said, mate, you live like an hour and a half away. We're not going to be able to Skype and practice this enough. We need to be in person.
That.
You're like,
when me and Machine, in all fairness, did live 10 minutes away, and we had a lot of practice.
There you go.
Yeah.
10 minutes is fine. It's fine.
I'd like to say if we pulled it off, we'd be in this conversation because it was a great scheme and idea, but Machine like ends up trying to fight him by the end. It's like it's not a good idea. It's just not good.
It sucks, yeah.
No.
That's
That's a lesson for all the newbies out there, guys. Take these
Don't let it
stories
get in your
on.
head.
Yeah.
Big
that's
skin.
right.
But to the bigger point, though, sorry to interrupt, but to the bigger point, I'd like to have more of a discussion about doubles matchups. It's not something we've seen of the recent events. Obviously, things are just beginning, and we'll eventually, hopefully, see that. But I reckon that it can be some great value having a doubles matchup on a card if the people are actually capable.
I really want to put it around as a question to all of us a bit later about who would we want to see as a doubles matchup. Like
I was going to say the same thing. Let's make sure we come back to that question at the end.
Even if they're not friends, like I know you know some friend groups that should be, like you could think of, but then also not friend groups that you think would be a great, matchup. So
yeah. So everyone start thinking about that, and I want to see it in the chats, guys. Who in the new era, the current battlers right now, who would you like to see in 2-on-2s?
Yeah,
and who do you think would make a great teams ready to go? Team?
Yeah,
nice.
Damn.
Yeah, I've got four teams ready to go.
Bades does.
I've got 4 teams that when we come back to the question later in the podcast, that
some super fan shit.
Oh, bro, you have no idea.
I've been thinking about this for 17 years.
Actually, do you know, as soon as you said super fan, I was like, oh, there's 5.
That's hilarious.
Is there anyone in the chat before we moved on to the next battle, or
No, nothing. Just Dilzat, 1991. He just did laughing emojis. So
he is probably the bloke I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
Could be. Yeah.
I'll dare say because Dylan. Yep. Yeah, shout outs, brother.
Shouts. So number 2, are we going into dribbles and fluents?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Hardcore, bro. It's a bit of a tough crowd on this one. Are we going to go the opposite
backwards.
way?
Yeah.
Wait, can I just say one thing before we do get into this? This is the first time the Battle Bar have gone 5-0 and 5-0 on every scorecard.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. That's actually insane.
I was so close to
and well deserved, if you ask me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well deserved. But we'll break it down. But damn, that's a first. So shout out dribbles and fluence, man. That's wild.
Yeah, it's a whitewash. Obviously it's a whitewash. So I'm giving all 5 categories to fluence and dribbles. Clearly they were just a step ahead on the day. I've got a lot of respect for Epps. Lean's not too bad either, but Epps was a really good battler in his day. Dribbles and fluence are just on a different level, bro. Flu used to live up the road. I've got a lot of time for fluence back in his day. Really incredible rapper, battle rapper, brain, the way he thought about writing raps. He taught me a few things or two, to be quite honest. But seeing them in the 2-on-2, I really think they're unfuckwittable. Like I do agree with Bade saying earlier, Pipes and Bonza. But that would be a murderous. I don't think they could beat Dribs and Flu, to be quite honest.
That's a fair argument, bro. I'd love to see. It's never going to happen, but wouldn't that have been a crazy battle?
Yeah.
Some of the punchlines and angles that Dribs and Flu brought in that. I was talking to Harlem, obviously, before the podcast, and he didn't understand, like, the dead group member and shit, just so people know. Obviously, that's... Well, not obviously, to the younger people, that's Mandel from Matt.
Yeah.
We're all in Maddism together. Fluence was the newest member, just so you might get a few of those little old-school punches. Clearly, Epps was the 1-ounce champ at the time, too, so if you didn't get that reference. But, yeah, I just think they were on killer mode. Yeah. You know what I mean? There was... the whole X I think in the second round putting Fluence on a disaster clone, like copy and disaster, and then without even blinking, Fluence comes out with a 4-bar scheme that is off tap.
Yeah.
It's pretty saying good. That's cool. Call me disaster, bro. I'd rather be that than you. You know what I mean? Like I'm like
crazy.
Possibly slightly biased because we were pretty good friends back in the day, but him and Dribbles are a formidable team, and I think that Yeah, that'd probably take out most people in this country, and I would have loved to see them versus 360 and Justice. Because that's a real contrast of bars versus jokes.
Yeah, the contrast can always bring some crazy shit.
I love Bonza and Pipes, but I just don't think they could have gave him the run that 360 and Justice could definitely do, and even Prime and Purpose, even. So yeah.
Well, obviously, 5-0 as well. I wrote that I think Lean and Epps' third round was their best, but it didn't matter because Dribbles and Fluency just did way better still, even in that third round. I said that I hated Lean and Epps' second round because it felt like they were just doing a really dope song, not like they were actually dissing anyone. And I was like, I don't know if this works.
Before we keep going, Blue, I actually have that in my notes. Their second round was awkward as fuck, and I struggled to get through it.
Yeah,
I love Lean and Epps, but they were trying to mimic Dribbles' songs.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't effective. They were trying to use Aussie accents they don't have, and it wasn't even sounding like Dribbles. I get it.
Yeah.
Try that, but you might want to sound like the person you're mimicking, or it's just awkward.
Yeah,
but anyway, sorry.
It didn't even feel like an insult. It was just like, yeah, his song's dope. We get it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like Ed.
Yeah.
I
do agree with that.
That's pretty much what I wrote. Just fucking easy win for Dribbles and Fluence, bro. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, fair.
No, fair. Obviously I did the same thing, 5-0, and it was really hard for me to do that actually, because I think that there were certain points that just became undeniable for Dribbles and Fluence. I especially the stage presence and delivery. I fuck with Epps. I've always liked Epps, and I don't actually think he makes a good doubles battler. And it's not because of him. I think that he always outshines whoever he's with. And if they're not able to sort of, if they're not able to be the Barry Bonza to the Mikey Pipes of the situation, then it doesn't work, right? And
fully, that's a whole nother element.
Has he done another 2-on-2 with another partner? Just out of interest there.
No, I'm actually not sure, but I just
I just don't think Lean's is up to Epps' style. Yeah,
that's right. And I didn't dislike Lean. Like, I really liked his approach with, bringing up the Maori, being a fake Maori and stuff like that, and then speaking bilingual. I liked that. I've always liked when people are creative. But everything else, while really being a big fan of Epps, everything else while watching the battle and being very focused, it just was undeniable. As much as I wanted to edge something to Epps and Jesus Christ, what's his name? Lean. I really was trying hard. I couldn't do it. So this is one of the first times I've given a 5-0 score. It's not because I dislike either of the people, but I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, it was as you see it.
That's right, and it was a really good battle to watch. But I'm glad, my intuition is clearly correct. Everyone else agrees. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, obviously I did the same. Now, just a little bit of a backstory on the actual battle. Lean and Epps were actually touring. I think it was Lean's tour. Yeah. And Epps jumped on Lean's tour as a support act. So they were really, really close. They were always together. And I think Fluence had just moved down to Melbourne at the time. And I think Dribbles was kicking it with him a lot. And they were doing their whole stuff with Decor. So that like they were all both teams were really close. But the reason I gave this 5-0, obviously, like, there was some great angles from Lean and Epps when it came to, you're biting Barry's horse head angle, he was really aggressive, there was a reason he was the one out champ.
But wake up with that horse head in your bed like the Godfather every day.
Godfather.
They might have used a similar scheme, but they killed it. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, when he's like, I better smack the shit out of Sarah Jessica Parker for stealing my steeds.
Yeah, Epps came back with it hard. He did come back with it hard.
you know, and then you know, but like
for young people, she was out of Sex in the City and she had a horse head.
Blue, yeah.
Yeah, just for these people who don't understand, she's quite old, yeah.
Just throw Blue
Blue,
under the
Sex
bus.
in the City is an old
Let's hope we have some
show.
viewers too. Let's hope we have some younger viewers too, not just Blue.
I thought it was just my weekend.
But yeah, what's it called? It was like I'm spewing that I
Just
couldn't
your
actually
weekend.
be
I
in
just
the
caught
venue.
that. Sorry, bro.
No, and just because last week Gil did mention that we should break them down a bit more. That's the only reason I'm bringing those things up. Sorry, not trying to make anyone look stupid. He said we should explain the bars a bit more. So I got to realise that not everyone knows who everyone is. Obviously, we've established that in the past. So if I can help out there and explain why we're saying that's dope, because you know the Sarah Jessica Parker say. Yep. Some of them might not know who it is, but she was known to have a horse head. I think she's a good-looking girl, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, she was known for that. Yeah, but she was known for that. So yeah, it's a great comeback on a flip. Because they used that on the first round, and then it was flipped by Fluence, and then flipped back by Epps, which is really, really great from both.
Yeah, I loved Epps's bar about Maui and the sun. That was one of my highlights for that battle. So yeah, it was not that either side was poor, but in our breakdowns we clearly explain why and which categories we pick. It is a bit hard to constantly bring up bars from other people after watching 3 battles a week, but you know, obviously we can take some more notes and appreciate all the feedback we get.
100%.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm trying to like go through them, because we did get that feedback about you know, breaking it down a little bit. And this was when we first started the battle bar. This was one of the battles that I wanted to review. I said it from the get-go because this was. Like we were talking before about the Pipes and Bonza and the way they're so rehearsed and I get to what you were saying, D, with you know how unfuckwithable these guys would have been as a team if they were consistent. But this is basically the epitome of being too far out of your lane. You know what I mean? Like this was, you know, while, you know, they put up a decent fight, that, you know, it was they said, like my favorite bars from this, like for the week is out of this, you know, so I won't go too far into it, but, you know, it was basically like you had two big veterans versus 2 guys who were coming up, and, you know, it probably just
would rate Epps as a really big veteran at the time too.
Oh no, none at the time. He'd
was
only done maybe he'd still only done maybe 5 battles up to battles. Yeah, no, I understand that, but he'd still only done 5 battles, so he wasn't a vet.
Up to you. But
you know what I mean? So he'd also done the BK battle.
Someone like Jay Legend may have only had 10 all up though. So I'm saying I still call, if you can do those quality that I agree to disagree. I think 6 still makes you a vet if they're great quality battles, and I think Epps really did do that.
Yeah, fair.
I think he was.
What do you reckon,
I actually had him in my honourable mentions for it. So yeah, like in my top 10 of all time. So I think Epps is right up there, even though maybe less than 10 battles over his whole career.
Yeah,
still him.
Sometimes it's quality over quantity.
Yeah,
I'm just doing quantity. Sorry, fellas.
Very good.
Yeah, so you guys covered hella points. I also want to say, Osborne, you covered like a whole bunch of my notes here that I wrote down. Like, we're in each other's heads sometimes, man. Crazy.
Try, man. Try my best.
Props to Epps and Young Lean, like you guys were given as well. I really like their style. I think I get what you're saying, Baze. They're just a little bit out of their league, in the sense of, you know, sometimes an artist who can make some really good tracks and be really good in battle rap as well, and some people can't reflect that success in different stages and different things. A great example of this is Scrub. I think he's a shit battler. Just want to put that on the plate
Clip
right
that up.
now.
So we need that Charlie Tuna shots fight.
When are you
I just
battling
think-
him, Arlen?
I no comment. I just want to. This was.
I
just
just
a
said
side
that because
note.
of the sudden attack. That's all.
I know this is just the
Scrub
direct
just
attack.
attacked
I
him
think
recently, so-
Scrub.
Yeah, Scrub's
yeah.
been asking for it. Scrub's been asking.
I'm a little bit
Okay.
angry, so I just want to say Scrub is a great example of someone who doesn't reflect how good he is on tracks into battle rap, and so yeah, that was
True.
a note there. Shout out to Epps and Young Lean for doing that.
Yeah.
I like the scheme they had about how come in Australia at the time that no Indigenous artists were getting the love they deserved. I thought that was really bold of them and a dope call out. And they probably knew that wasn't going to get the love from the majority white audience in the room. That's actually all the artists, that are getting love or whatever. But I thought for the timing and because we are talking about what, how long ago this came out. Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty big at the time, but yeah, I'm saying clearly never heard of them. But anyway.
Yeah, no, he said he shouted out to Briggs, right?
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, in the lines, he was giving love to Briggs and a few other Indigenous rappers at the time. I just thought that was a bold move and really dope to do, especially in that time and era where a lot of people weren't saying such things. So yeah, I thought that was really tough. A tough crowd for them as well because they had some like pretty dope stuff, and I think just because at some point it wasn't hitting, or because it wasn't hitting as hard as Flu and Flu and
Dribbles.
going blank, Dribbles. I think it just took the wind out of their sails. The crowd wasn't feeling it, and they had basically crickets, like you said, all through the second round for a lot of their stuff. And even when I was like, "Oh, that's a bar," just nothing. No one was there for him, which is a bit sad, Then you go, I feel bad. I almost want to laugh for them, and so they can hear some support or something.
It almost got as awkward as Scrub versus Ruckman.
It's that sort of energy,
ripped
but
apart.
not that it's a bad thing. It's just like these guys came in, especially with their delivery, Flu and Dribbles, their delivery, the aggression after they snapped back after that first roundabout. Sorry, you say Mandel passing away. That was information I didn't know, but you could just tell they just snapped and so angry and also snapping back at him about the disaster thing, flipping at him. He's just like yelling at him. They're getting all up in Epps' face, just fucking crazy mode, like they're about to make out, but like real angry style. It was something else, man. It would have taken the wind out of my sails, bro.
One thing, if I don't know if you all noticed, but you can see Dribbles and Flu communicating with each other a lot during their rounds. They're sitting there and they've got that many angles pre-planned and angled out. That's how they dropped the DeWiz one so well. They were never going to say them, and then you see Dribbles look at Fluence and go like, that you're starting with the dribs at the disaster angle. Right. But they're like that loosely well prepped.
They've prepped the flips.
They're ready for every attack that Epps and Lean were going to bring, and you can
that's
see
where you got to be,
Yeah, you see them look at each other heaps during it. They go like, "Oh, yep."
Okay, like it might not have the impressive teamwork as in like they're saying each other's bars, but they've got that impressive teamwork as in they know where the angles are, the strengths are, what the other's bars are. They know you bring this in now, and it's effective as fuck. Two different ways.
It's a whole separate skill set. It's very
They got the AK here and the revolver in the back pocket, ready to fucking
just in case. Exactly. Yeah.
Very effective way to do it, and very pre-thought out. That's what I was trying to say. Like they've had all those flips imagined. They thought if he says this is what's happening. If he says this is what's happening. But then they've also got their whole round where that doesn't have to happen either.
That's right.
Yeah. So they're just extras. That's how extra prepped I think Fluency Dribbles are for that battle.
Yeah.
No, it was great.
It was fucking
great to watch.
Incredible.
Yeah, 100%. A little bit of a professionalism going on there, I
didn't know that. It's always interesting to see what other people's preps involve And like we've mentioned, pre-planned rebuttals before, but I've never even considered having enough with someone else to be able to interchange them.
That's just another level,
crazy.
bro.
But that might be a little bit inside info. I learnt that from Flu way back in the day. Yeah. I've always got a few there.
Yeah.
And they're just waiting, but they might not ever come out.
Yeah,
because they've got to say, or they've got to look a certain way, or they've got to do something a certain way to trigger those bars to come out. But I think it's a good way to approach it.
Yeah, I agree, but I've just never considered, like, I would have thought that there'd be another element of precarious nature of interchanging something and then hope both remember the jump off point after that interchanged item. You know what I mean?
You can already see with
levels.
Fluent Dribs.
Yeah.
Dribbles does a flip and Fluence finishes his like backs up his bars on the end of it.
Yeah,
I mean, there's proof alone.
Exactly,
and I know Fluence was great at predicting freestyles. You know what I mean? He was really good at that, but he didn't predict Dribbles' last bar. He knew it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just,
no shit.
Maybe I'm letting too much in, but that's professionalism. You prep that hardly.
Exactly.
That's what it takes. That's what it takes.
Freestyle is great too, but you know what I mean? If you can preempt everything they're going to say as a flip just in case, it's another level.
Yeah, it makes it way easier. Yeah.
Definitely.
Do we want to go to our break and play Harlem's new song, Lemon? Wait, Lemon?
Yeah, plug that song.
Lemon juice. Come on, bro. You ain't
my bad, gang. My bad.
Get out of here.
Plug that song.
It's in the playlist and everything. That's embarrassing.
Nah, shout out. So the music video's on YouTube, and the song actually drops tomorrow on all streaming platforms, or midnight tonight. So listen to it on your way to work.
What? Hey, yo. Throw a sickie on Monday, I know you deserve it. Nobody on this earth was ever made to be perfect. Light up that good smoke, throw me a bourbon. Another day in paradise, even when you're not in surface.
Welcome back to the Battle Bar, people. Shout out to everyone who gives that new track, Lemon Juice, a listen. Thank you guys for playing it in the break there. Just a quick shout out to everyone involved. We got Deno on the cuts. We got Sneezy on the mix. We got Stavros Down Under Cyphers on the music video. Absolutely beautiful piece of music video content there.
That's fucking dope.
And again, you can run it up on your Spotify and shit tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
some of that easy listening and shit too. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's fire, man.
Very talented person, mate.
First bar of the track is throw a sickie on Monday. So look, it's enough advice. Said. Don't say I
it's
told
Sunday,
you. But
it's Sunday today, so
hey.
Right, I'll do it. You've tempted me. Let's go.
Uncle Cooper.
And if they ask you why, just say lemon juice and make them watch it so we get more views for Harlem.
Yeah,
exactly.
Send them a link. Here's my doctor's certificate, and it's a fucking link to my song.
There we go.
Yeah. Nah, bro. Harlem's a busy boy, bro, and he's fucking making gold. So, much respect.
Thanks, yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
All right, let's jump into the big guns here, eh? Gods of battle rap, almost all four of them. So, much respect to all four people involved here. 360 Justice, Madness, and Saurus. They're all gods in their own right. So, yeah.
Yeah, shit.
And we've
Osborne, we were close, but not
a
the
gold
same.
Star. So this is the first battle too. I think we've all given the gold star. So this is a classic of classics.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the Battle Bar certified. The certified Battle Bar classic.
So this is something 100%. We got to. This is something we got to kind of hash out. Is because this is the first one we've all voted 5 out of 5 deserves gold star. There's been a few other battles. Some of us have said it's gold star, some isn't. We want to eventually make a collective list so we can make like a playlist of the videos so you can go check it out and all of that sort of stuff. So we might talk after the pod about it or during the week. If you guys have some suggestions, let us know. Should we add all of the ones that some of us think are gold stars, or should we separate them and save the best for the best? Let us know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
100%.
Can I start this one because I'm the odd one out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll just go around.
How are you the odd one out? Oh, because you're the one that went one. Yep, sorry.
Yeah. So it was a freaking hard one to give to the Americans, but I had to do it. Man, something about so I'll go through. Sorry, rhymes and multis, Thesaurus and Madness, schemes and concepts, Thesaurus and Madness, and they also got stage presence and delivery. 360 and Justice got metaphors, jokes and punchlines, and the crowd reaction and interaction. Of course, they won that crowd reaction. They were bloody hype. That crowd was hype, bro.
Yeah, bro.
For the whole battle was so awesome. I love that it was 60 seconds, really tight, and they're just like firing at each other. A lot of it seemed freestyle. I don't know how much was like flips and all freestyles or what. It seemed like crazy, like they were just going off each other and throwing this shit. That's what made it so like crazy, and people didn't know what was going to come next, and the tension was high because the time was tight. But for me, I think the Saurus and Madness were just a little bit closer on the technicality. Maybe had a little bit more prepped in these ones are really going to hit, or maybe I like their concepts a little bit better. But for me, 360 and Justice, their comedy, their punchlines will kind of always win. In my brain, it's hard to find an example where they don't take that point in both of their battle history.
100%.
But yeah, what a hype crowd. I think Dee and I were talking about earlier today. That's the sort of stuff we want to see back in our rooms today. Like, we want the audiences to start feeling like they can yell again. I don't know what it is these days, but like, we want you guys to be.
It was great to see your battle, bro, and they were doing it in your battle. And it was fucking impressive to see.
Thank you, bro. That's a massive shout out to I think that was just Bades yelling in the corner the whole time, creating the voice of 400
Would have been me
people.
too, mate.
You were getting great reactions, and it was so good to see. It was so good.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, it felt pretty special getting a little chant at the end. That was pretty cool.
You're welcome.
Masterclass in breaking someone down. It was great.
Yeah.
No, thank you, guys. Thank you. I'll just quickly check. I've got all my notes out. It was really cool them taking it to the streets for overtime. That's some raw shit. Even the venue got shut down. Like, I just felt like a time. Like, I really wish I could have been old enough to have been there. Like,
no, you don't, bro. No, you don't.
Was that a full? Are you going to give us some insides on the event?
I'm saying you don't want to feel old, bro. Like, I'm saying, like, you didn't want to be around back then. That means you're old as me now.
No, I will say I am very grateful I am grateful to be battling in the time I am in. But that event
100%,
and
bro.
that battle in particular looked like so much fun.
Bro, back in the day, had the same atmosphere it does right now, and I'm loving it. Like no offense to all the other leagues, I love yous. But Breaking Bread, their crowd are huge, and it feels like the old school days there.
Yeah.
30 G's has the most intimate, best crowd, I would like to say.
I think,
a big shout out to Kryptonite for that too. Like, I've got to give respect where it's due.
Crazy work,
energy, bro. Kryptonite's energy is infectious. It's infectious, but also it makes that so awesome.
That 30G crowd, man, there's just so much love.
It's
like,
love,
there's a lot of it in Breaking Bread. I'm not what's the word? I'm not discrediting that. But wow, like, even just for a smaller amount of numbers,
I think the
crazy energy.
I think the distinction between Breaking Bread and 30 G's is 30 G's to support a lot of the crowd are there to support their people, which is great. You know what I mean? And that's why there's so much love. With Breaking Bread, it's almost there to see you as a celebrity. It's a different feel, like because they're getting all these people out of music, in there, and
I can get what you mean. They're drawing different and new crowds. That's crowd. Like coming back to a point like we were saying before, but also
it feels like the crowd they want to hear. They want to listen a lot more in depthly. That's all.
I personally think the main difference is that 30 G's is so ground up. Like, Breaking Bread are doing a great job bringing in these crazy names and stuff from tracks from all different walks of Australia. But 30 G's is so ground up, so raw to its roots that everyone that's there has like so much love for it. That pretty much everyone there is doing it for nothing. You know, like it's for the love of the battle.
I can't speak, and neither can any of us that I think speak for Watch Your Mouth. I'm sure it's great there too. But
yeah, no, I love all leagues, guys.
Has anyone here battled in Watch Your Mouth? I don't think so.
No, but I can tell. I can tell they're very much like 30 Gs. You know, there's a big family of people supporting each other. Yeah, I can just tell.
I feel that too.
Like even when
from what I've seen.
Even when Vanek battled Marty Martz, you know, I'd never met Marty Martz before. He fit in straight away. He was just getting nothing but love.
That's awesome.
And he did a really good job as well for the crowd.
But that's all. I don't think you could be hated by the Melbourne crowd. You're just so loving. Yeah. I don't know anyone. Dub is probably the most hated one out of it. And I hate to mention her name because I don't want to do it. But it's a love-hate relation. Yeah, it's not full hate
before it happened, you know. Yeah.
Nah, honestly, mad shout out to what Shaky and Bades are fostering while we're on the subject.
And Soap and Buckets and Asthmatic and whoever else he's got on his side over there.
Running a freaking league is not easy.
All of you boys.
Yeah, sorry, I know we've gone on such a mad tangent. I'm going to shut up.
Sorry, fellas. Yeah, no, it was me that put it on. I just love to see
it's really hard to. It's really hard to try and capture. Especially, you obviously don't want to. You don't want to have a fake crowd. And the one thing that we've always prided ourselves on at 30 Gs is we're about grassroots hip hop. So that's whether it be people that are fresh into the game or people that have been into the game for a long time. We're about support, love. Almost that old school feel of what it's meant to be about. Now that it's not taking shots at any other crowds or anything like that. I was there at the Breaking Bread event.
The old school, bro. You've got something special. It was not really like that in the old school.
Oh well, man. Look, I was at the Breaking Bread event, and there was quite a few times where the crowd were talking over the battlers and stuff like that. So that's something that we don't want. And I've said it on here before, show the MCs respect.
And I mean, as numbers get bigger, that's going to be harder to police no matter where you are. Yeah. But God, you guys do a very good job of holding it down. Between Kryptonite, yourself, and Shaky, there's just something.
Crip is just while we're on, you've mentioned him. Just while we're talking about him, he what's it called? He is so authentically himself that
he just loves it.
He's like. He is about Australian hip hop. He's not. He does not care about what people think or anything like that. He is authentically himself, and that from the get go. I believe that Pipes and I think Pipes and Shaky they seen that from the get go, and they really wanted to encapsulate that. So. When I came on and I came on beforehand.
Could just shut him up, babe.
100%.
I don't think
100%.
You could have.
Yeah.
I just think he reacts naturally though. That's what.
Yeah. No.
I feel like he just.
But we can't. We honestly would take away from it. You know what I mean? So when
100%.
We actually want him to be the host of our street series and really build him up in a way that he can be the next generation of what we're doing. So
and I feel that's the right direction. I feel that's a perfect direction, bro.
And I just want
we're getting. Sorry.
Yeah, just really quick, because I know that Bades, you're about to get into yours. I just want to say, I came back after 10 years, mainly because of Sturdy, but also because of the event that you guys put on, and I would not be headlining this current event that's coming if I didn't think I would have a ball, if I didn't trust and have faith in 30 Gs and didn't have the love and support of everyone there. So as much as I had a lot of equally great time at Breaking Bread, I haven't asked to do a battle with anyone else because I really believe in what you guys are doing, and I just want to give you a shout out for that.
Thank you,
So,
brother.
no.
You know,
100%.
one of
I
the
agree.
reasons that, you know, as well,
I wouldn't be back with that Pipes either, so I've got to say the same thing.
That's right.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, credit where credit's due, man. You know, so
Yep.
before I get into the breakdown of the battle, because we've kind of moved away from that, but
Sorry.
I just
wanted
want
to
to
jump
say
in.
that I just want to say that, you know, like, one of the reasons that, you know, Oz, your main eventing is obviously because of your skill, what you bring to the table, but also I feel that this is the perfect way for you to have your retirement match.
That's right.
You know, it's what's it called?
No retirement.
It's the circle of life, maybe. It's gone right back to the circle.
I enjoy
Paige
it
knows.
too much, though. Worry about me. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Do it
We're
for me.
going to have the same kind of fun on this, man. It would just mean the promotion of the battle bar would be including me being silly.
We what's it called? We're gonna
I'm just being
work
selfish,
with
Oz, but I
Oz.
do enjoy your battles.
We're gonna work with Oz, and Oz will most likely be a permanent host. A permanent judge. At 30 Gs, whenever he's free. So you know that's
100%.
that's what's it called. That goes without saying. But I just wanted to say that what's it called.
Right
this
now.
is a perfect way to a perfect send off for you.
Yes.
So you know that just goes. You know, goes without saying that the reason you're at the reason you're main eventing is because of that.
Yeah, and also I just want to say to bring
deserve it. You're one of my
bring
favorites.
up Brink's point the other day, saying that anyone on the card could headline. I absolutely agree in terms of talent and everything like that.
Card.
The card is stacked, but I'll say that card will not compete with Matt Klein and I on the day. And they are everyone's talented as fuck. No one else is gonna do it. I'm telling you.
Bro, that's the first time I've ever heard Oz actually dap himself up. So, Bo, get back.
Yeah, the most humble
there's
man.
times you need to know your role. Yeah,
Someone screenshot that. Blue, you're gonna have to clip that and make that into a reel because that's history right there.
Yeah. I'm not saying performer of the night. I'm saying battle of the night for sure. Guaranteed.
That's the first time you've ever shouted yourself out. So,
yeah,
you know, what's it called?
It's a team, baby.
Could you say it may be the battle of your career?
Oh, for sure, man. Absolutely. Like he was there. As I'm not trying to continue on this tangent, but as Bates brought up, Matt Klein was at my debut. You know, like we both came up together on this. Exactly right. And this card in particular has got a lot of amped up boys on it, which is really exciting. You know, knowing that I'm even trying to convince Nomadic to come, even though he was 1 ounce predominantly, he was always considered like part of amped up after our matchup, for example.
Hey, he wasn't that shit.
No, he was awesome. No, I'm saying that he mainly battled in 1 ounce instead of amped up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
All right, so just so we'll get back on track.
You're a G.
So yeah, 360 Injustice versus the Saurus Madness. I gave rhymes and multis and schemes and concepts to Saurus Madness. Look, this is the first Americans that have been on the battle bar. You know, and look, I've said it.
We've had Ed Ice and Immaculate.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. My apologies. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're right. But yeah, this is for me the reason I gave it a gold star is this is the epitome of almost like the end of the first generation of Australian battle rap. 100. You know, like then after this, you know, like I pride myself on being that, you know, Australian battle rap fan, and this is one of the reasons I focus so much on Australia and not worry about what's going on overseas, is because this is for me what it's about. You know, this was the handover of the guard type shit. You know, it was,
and you were 100% right there.
Yeah, so you know, this is at the point where. You know, 360 only, I think, did maybe 2 or 3 battles after this. You know, Justice only did 1. You know, so I think for Australian battle rap, this is the reason I gave it a gold star is because it's a part of history.
100.
I I want to shout out obviously 360 and Justice for doing what they did, because man, battling someone like the Saurus, who's 2-time everything, you know, that'd be intimidating as shit.
That's why he's called 2-time everything, because he does it to his women.
And also just having, you know, it almost like what Bobby did with Az, like not taking a back step just because of who you're battling. So, you know, that for me, like, is one of the reasons. But obviously, because this is for me, like, the start of the next era. So, you know, like the Dundee, the Greeley, the Fluence, the Dribbles, the Deliver, the Shads, all that next, like, you know,
100% right. Yeah.
The next crowd. So, and then obviously imagine
trying to step it up from that. It's hard.
Yeah, of course.
And you
so
boys,
that's why I gave it a
got
gold
to step
star.
it up from us, so it's even harder. But yeah,
correct. What do you reckon?
Cheers, bro.
Yeah, so no, I was going to say I absolutely love this, and I think part of the reason, my main reason for giving this a gold star, this is a great showing for the Aussies against the Americans in general. Like, we've clearly got some like people that have gone up against Americans and killed it, but also throwing in a doubles matchup for that, to see that while they kept it fairly simple, Justice and 360, so did obviously Thesaurus and Madness in terms of their tag team component, right, of the battle. But I absolutely loved Justice. I think he was probably my favorite out of everyone. And also, obviously, 360s. The reason why I gave the Rhymes and Multis to 360 and Justice is because even though you had Thesaurus, a fucking wordsmith there as well, all the chosen multis and rhymes that 360 and Justice went with is what I preferred, even to the point where obviously after that savage rebuttal in the last round, I believe it was the beginning of the last round, I just loved how in control it seemed like 360 and Justice had it from the beginning, and that it was then Thesaurus like, okay, we really got to step it up. And Madness, who I've always enjoyed, it was good, but I don't think he competed with the humor that 360 and Justice brought. So that's why I gave it to them. I totally was close to doing the same as Harlem's points. Obviously having Rhymes and Multis, Thesaurus and Madness. But I think it was more of a preference of said Rhymes and Multis is why I gave it to 360 and Justice.
100.
Yeah, that's more than fair. I think this episode might be my hater episode, as I've given another 5-0. So that's great.
Damn.
And obviously my hate
5-0s, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously my hate for American accents is affecting this. But yeah, I said the Americans.
Hey, they are American though. You got to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. It's hard.
You just hate Americans.
I'm just a hater.
Yeah.
I mean.
I respect that opinion, but Blue.
Exactly.
Okay, fair.
I did. I wrote the Americans had like good schemes and concepts. I nearly gave them the point, but I felt like 360 and Justice had better. Like, although their schemes and concepts were also jokes, and jokes are another thing, I felt like it all just kind of worked so well together.
Yeah.
I said the rebuttal by Justice is insane. Shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then I wrote that I think 360 and Justice killed them in the second and third round. I thought the first was the closest. Said I didn't really like the idea of the OT. It was cool they went outside and they did it, and that's cool, that's awesome. But I didn't really like the idea of the OT. I felt like it just needed to be judged based off those 3 rounds.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I still felt like if they went out there, Justice 360 killed it. So I was like, oh, well, that's sweet. That's fine. So yeah, that's why I gave it to him.
100% on the segue on that. I actually disagree with OTs too. It just as a battler, it's a lot more to prepare for. If not, you got to flip. But what I love most about this battle is I don't feel like they did prep much. Yeah. I feel like it was because they're only 60-second rounds, and say 360 and Justice are both probably capable of just freestyle and some funny flips. And you only got to have 2.
Yeah.
2 bars at a time. Give 62 bars, Justice 2 bars. It's very easy to come up with a jab punch.
Yeah.
In those, so I really don't feel like they wrote a lot, which I think was even better. You know what I mean? Because I'm clearly a writer, and I'm very try to be prepared for every opportunity. I don't know how prepared they were for any opportunity, but they fucking showed you how it's done. Really,
capitalized on
as back, no, because of the openness. You know what I mean? Like they did flip nearly everything that the Americans did say.
Exactly.
You know, like I will have to give, you know, the first two categories to the now you're making me call them Americans, bro. The Saurus Madness, because their rhymes and multis and their schemes were better thought out. I believe they did have ideas of what they're going to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where 360 and Justice just seriously just sat there and thought about, okay, we've got these a couple of ideas. You know, maybe what a Sweats does with his battles, but this is how to do it properly. You know what I mean? Like, they literally had a couple of ideas, but because they only got to drop 2 bars at a time, it's so easy. And even while the other dude's spitting 2 bars, you can come up with another 2.
Yeah,
and they just showed you how it's done. And on Bates' thing, they were passing the torch onto the new gen, and following something like that is quite hard to up the game from. In all fairness, I think maybe 360 and Justice scared people away from the comedy route for a while. Because they were like, we can't compete there.
Yeah, it's too good.
You know, you just could not compete with those sort of people at the time with that simple comedy route. Like 60 and Justice are both the kings of that simple bar that just lands hard. It's so simple. Like, you know, you're even with the 360 cursor with the like look like I'm battling a tennis instructor. Like it's simple as fuck, but so effective. Yeah. Somehow they understand that, you know, that formula and pull that off, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Justice and 360, I don't know if anyone could beat them. As I said, maybe we can move on to this after me, but maybe Dribbles and Flu would have gave them a good run because of different contrast of abilities. I still like. I do rate Bonza and Pipes, but I still don't think they would have quite given that the run. You know what I mean? Like I think they're great, but just because they were too teamworky and not relying enough on bars, where I think 360 and Justice jokes would just cut through the performance, if you get what I mean. Like So I'm moving on from that. Who? We'll go through from Oz down to Harlem to Bates to Blue to me. Who do you think would make the greatest 2-on-2 that aren't right now?
Do we want to just get through the favourite bars first and then go into these questions just so we don't go too far over time?
Yeah, yes, please. Fair call.
All right, so,
but don't forget the questions.
I won't. It's already here. I'm thinking about it.
So let's do the bars then. Let me get rid of these. And let's start with me and Oz picked the same clip, so I think we should start with
Of course we did. Yeah.
It's just how it is. All right, let's go.
That's right.
We battled 5 years ago, but somehow you look like even less of a youngin'. So I'm guessing the Justice government name is Benjamin Button.
I am Benjamin Button with the cycle that I'm aging, so when I'm 50 I'll fuck your daughter at her high school graduation.
I was gonna send through the same clip, and then I looked in the chat and I was like, get fucked, fuck you.
No, after our discussion the other day, man, I had to do the same thing. You know, you have to go with your gut, and that was
exactly
what I've always said. I have such awe for people who can do on the spot rebuttals, but when you can plan it out as flawlessly as that and as quickly as that, I just loved it. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's why I really don't feel like it was planned. I think that's a genuine flip.
Yeah,
it was, but I think that the Benjamin Button part was tacked on at the end.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He had already started creating it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It was very
levels, man.
Flawless, man. Like it was
crazy.
Just, I could tell how and just the delivery, everything. That's why it was undeniable. There was some really impressive bars in these 3 battles, but for this one in particular, just even the emotion it gives you watching this battle, you know, seeing the Aussies doing great, but then just hearing that was, and it really pissed off the Saurus. You could tell his bars after that. He was yelling them harder than he's ever yelled previously in the battle. And
trying to get that win.
That's right. Yeah, and I don't think he really rebutted it effectively. I think he just went on with other shit, but he didn't really bring. And that point clearly stuck with him. So that's the reason for me.
It's one of those things where, as an artist, I can relate. Where they're saying something, and you're just like, "Oh fuck." Holy shit, he's just lined up my fucking my next line. So good. You've already got the flip. And so you're just like, oh, I'll add the Benjamin Button thing. Fucking boom, boom, boom. Like, so good.
Oh, it's so good.
Since that was yours too, Blue, do you want to talk a bit on it too?
Yeah, just the same. Like when I did the clip, I was like, you got to show that he said this first.
Thank you. Yeah, I should have done it.
And I think
that was solid edit, bro.
That it shows that it was a flip, and it's like, and that's why it punches so hard. Like it's so fucking sick.
It's the biggest reaction of the whole battle. It's crazy.
Exactly.
And maybe
you just wanted to shit on the Americans, Blue. Don't lie.
Yeah, that was the main point. I was like, I need something against these Americans.
You'd be proud, Big Daddy Bates.
God damn these rednecks.
Yeah, 100%. These rednecks. That's why, bro. That's why I claim Bubba as my son, bro.
These American haters.
100%, bro. Fuck.
I actually
them,
see a little resemblance.
We got a war. We need them, so you might want to bleep that out.
We're talking about battle rap here, and what's it called? We need to focus on what we're doing here, not what they're doing there.
Fair call. All right, let's go next one.
Oi, Osborne, what are you drinking, bro?
Iced coffee, bro. I lined it up before.
I was gonna say,
the coffee, right?
Something.
Put some milk shit in it.
Bit late for a coffee, man. How often are you drinking late coffee?
Oh, bro, I could have a double shot and go straight to bed, bro.
It's in their blood, bro.
Doesn't actually help me now. Now it just maintains my body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's me with energy. I can relate. That's me with energy drinks.
So who's this one, boy?
This is Delivers. This
is my one.
Sick of people calling me D's. You fucking mention D's again, I'm gonna start decking you. I'd rather be influenced by a style that a Lebanese legend do than be the champ of a one-out league where no fucking body has respect for you.
And he's still a fucking gay, buddy. He can talk about my face, but he doesn't know that'll get him beat half black like H. Murray.
Yo! Fag Young Lean!
Your mum looks like a black Dundee. The bitch got more tats on her back than Cat Von D.
That bitch got a big box size, fits 6 cocks wide. I've seen the tat on the back, the Rick Ross sign that says Big Boss Guy. Shit, we be kicking and pushing product on some Lupe Fiasco shit.
Well, you shut your mouths and act sly like a Rambo flick.
Shit, you want to stop acting cowardly, we'll get your backbones fixed, cause Drips and I pay the way like a sandstone brick.
So don't be stepping too close, cause we pack those shit.
That'll make Young lean back like a Fat Joe hit.
Yeah, I just think there's some mad punchlines, some mad teamwork, some mad scheming, and the flip. Was clearly off the first round. He ends with calling him pretty much a Diz clone, and then he comes back with that, and I think that's fucking dope.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I didn't know we were allowed to pick a whole battle. But
I was thinking the same thing.
Like a minute is sweet for TikTok. So. A minute is okay.
I was going to stop it. I was going to stop it before the Lupe Fiasco, but I did not mind the next 4 bars too.
Sometimes they're just right next to each other, and you might as well.
That's exactly how that one worked out. Because the next one with the Fat Joe lean back line after the Diz comeback, well, clearly that was meant to be Flu's first line, and then he has the Diz come back. So I got to put them both together. I think they're both.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's fire. So
the teamwork was on point. Everything was on point. If you wanted 2 and 2 and not be so teamworky like Pipes and Epps, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one then. We've got fucking shit. My shit's in the way. Harlem's clip. Let's go.
Yo, he likes to masturbate over beautiful large men, and he gets teary when he thinks of food in the past tense. And he reminds me of the little boy from 2.5 Men. ironic. It's ironic because he looks like 2.5 men.
So simply great.
So good.
Yeah. Even Madness turns to the camera and goes boom. Like it was just like I don't have to explain much with that one.
No,
it's very
that was
similar to the
great.
ones you guys picked up. That was my plan B to what you guys picked. And it's another one that got one of the biggest reactions out of the whole crowd. Another great example in Oz rap battle history that jokes kind of will win almost every time. If your joke is really
100%.
good and it's simple, it's almost unbeatable. Almost.
Yeah,
unless you can, unless I just said unless I think the ultimate thing you can do to win the crowd is to tick all the bars. Have a simple bar that's somehow intricate and a good punchline and a triple entendre. If you could do all that somehow, then that's the goal.
And that's what I was about to say. I think 360 does pull that shit off somehow, simply.
Yeah,
he just does it. I don't know how he does. It's always bars that you think,
Fucks out the air.
someone's surely already come up with that.
Yeah,
It's probably 360.
Yeah.
Simple
Simply
punchlines.
done. Yeah.
I always think of the example of like, give him the bird, and then I rock up to your house and I give you a bird, and I'm just like, you know, like, it's very simple stuff.
Yeah,
but it's so gangster when you can pull it off like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
that, yeah.
we're 2.5 men because you look like 2.5 men. It's like, bro, if you're actually breaking down skill level, that is weak, but how effectively he pulls that off is genius.
Yeah.
So it's a very...
It's even the pause, though.
Work you. It's working.
Yeah, he knows how he's got the crowd in the palm of his hands. It's ironic. It's ironic because fucking
exactly.
too good.
I don't know.
360 did that
anyone
really
can
well.
do it like him.
Yeah, 360 did that really well. Like, not always did he have the strongest bars.
Never did.
But his crowd control and the way that he would just have them in the palm of his hand, and it was just short, sharp joke punches.
Yeah.
One of my notes on here.
Mm.
One of my notes on here about the battle is how much fun did all of them look like they're having.
Yeah.
Like all four of them just looked like they were in their element. They were just loving every minute of that, which was good to watch.
And I would take that on as advice. Personally, this is why I get in the battle rap, bro. I live for the fun of it. Even when I'm preparing, I try my hardest to find the fun in all of it. If you're up there slaving away, like having a hard time or having a bad time, this may not be your thing. Like, at least maybe try to, not get too emotionally invested in some ways. You don't want to like bring your mental down or anything out of these things, you know?
Just run a league.
Oh, babes, I don't want to know how stressful your life is.
No. What I'm saying about you saying doing it for the love of it, like, I can't imagine doing what you guys do. Like, you know what I mean? So if you can't get behind doing what you guys do, help run a league. Like,
there's many roles.
100%. Yeah.
And on the same tangent that Harlan was saying, I actually think it's great for mental health. Working your muscle memory, doing all those things, having a purpose. Like, okay, say you might have a battle in 2 months. That gives you something to look forward to. You know, for some people when they're going through some hard things, battle rap can help you as much as it can hinder you if you don't have a thick skin. So, if you're half thick skin, just going through a tough time, it's probably a great thing for you to do. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You can legally get on stage and call someone a faggot, and it's okay. You might even get a clap for it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of wild.
And that might make you feel good.
And they'll dap you up for it too.
I wasn't endorsing the use of that terminology. That was just an explicit example. So
but that's what I'm saying. Like battle rap can be bad for your mental health if you're not in the right thing, but it can also be great for your mental health if you're in a different sort of brain length. You know what I mean? Like,
I got to go to the bathroom, guys. Sorry, I better mute it so you don't hear me pissing in it.
So also, like, one of the things I think that obviously I'm going to toot 30G's horn a little bit here, but I think one of the things that, like, talking on mental health and that, is I think that's why we are the community that we are. especially at 30 G's, is because we don't care about what walk of life you come from. We don't care about all the shit you've been through. At the end of the day, we want you to come and feel like, you come into a place with open arms. And, and that's why we're about the love of it. And that's why, we do what we do, and why we do it is because of, that was one of the things, like even Shaky was like, bro, like, why are you making me charge for an event? And I'm like, bro, so we can pay for the venue. Like, we're not in it to make money. We're in it to provide a place for people who genuinely don't fit in anywhere else. Like, have 100%. That place where they feel like they can just come in and, like the first person they see is Big Daddy Bates. It's like, come here, bro, give me a cuddle. You know what I mean?
And you just make that amazing, bro. You're right, because I was sort of one of those dudes that found battle rap. Blue would know. I was a bit of a violent dude, you know what I mean? And I was fighting all the time. I just wanted to be a fighter and shit. I found battle rap, and I got a way to release my anger and shit. Okay, that like move on, 40 battles, but that's why I was addicted to it. Because it was the way I dealt with my things, my things, and got the anger out there to someone that wanted the anger directed at them. You know how many people do? Not many. So you know what I mean? If they're putting their hand up for it, I'm going, here you go. There we go. You know what I mean? But
I've always
seen my mental health.
I've always seen it as like, not to always bring up unnecessary things, but for me, it's like a trip on mushies, right? So like,
sorry.
Let me just explain, right, what I'm coming from. Okay. It's essentially, for me, it is a therapeutic thing. However, if I have a bad experience within that experience, if you will,
can be really bad.
It can really mess with you, and maybe
you can get stuck in a hole, bro.
That's
for
right,
your whole life,
and it just puts you off for either a long time or forever. I know a lot of people that's happened to. They've gotten in their own mind.
I definitely know that. Yeah.
They've thought about things too much, like the kind of fear that we got a little bit with Bobby Beans. His comment about not wanting to come back. I'm sure he will at some point. But initially, it's something you've seen plenty of times. So I know I'm the opposite deliver. I don't have anything to look forward to. For me, the whole time is it's a notification on my calendar that it irritates me because it's a countdown, right? But the minute I'm there, I have the best time. It's like I've said before, like your wife planning a trip, you don't want to go.
I love
and then you go and you have the best time. I
do have my stresses.
The hype and all that. Yeah, I love it all. I love every aspect.
It depends who I'm versing, and it also depends how long it takes me to write the stuff. That's Preparation can be a pain in the ass.
Inspiration too.
We should really watch Bade's favorite clip.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do it then. Let's go to it.
Sorry, fellas.
No. We keep side tangents all the time.
Yeah. All right, let's go then.
Every time you battled, you're ridiculed. Faggots, you're minuscule.
It's like I'm Jesus and he's Gandhi and you're coming up trying to act all spiritual.
It's like I'm Biggie and he's Puck and you're coming up trying to act all lyrical.
It's like this is two little seals swimming up to some great whites trying to act all criminal. Now get out of the deep end
and fuck off back to the kiddie pool.
Fuck off back to the kiddie pool.
That was pretty good.
That for me, man, like that is the levels to it, bro. That's why I chose that, and that's why when I was going through my breakdown, I was like, while Lean and Epps were fantastic at what they did, and they were good at, especially Epps. He was good at what he did. There's levels to it, and they were not on Dribs and Fluence level. Like that's and just in that bar, it just like it's like, bro, go back to where you're the top of the league. Don't come try and swim up to us. Like
the build up and land of a punch was next level.
100%.
I will say though, like Blue, previously, I actually didn't like that bar. Not because I didn't like the way it was structured. I didn't like the reference of the shark, the pool,
and the kiddie pool.
Yeah, only because it's been done so many times, maybe not so much in Australia at that point, but in general, the shark, the pool, the deep end has been referenced to death. So I kind of tune out when I hear those
100%.
bars. That's why I wouldn't have picked that one. Not that it's a horrible bar. Do you know what I'm saying? But that's more my opinion of that type of bar.
I'm sort of on yours, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle.
I love the bar, and I think they executed it, but yeah, it's been done.
Execution was crazy. I think it was written really well, but
yeah.
I'm on the other side of the bar. The fact they're rapping lyrical, spiritual, miracle. I'm like, because I'm from a newer era. I've spoken to people like really about this, and I'm like, every time I hear lyrical, miracle, spiritual bar scheme, I'm like, oh, my brain, I can't use it. Oh, you know, like, oh, it's lame. It's but Greel's explained it to me like. Someone said, yeah, I've heard it many times. Like back then, it wasn't done a million times to death. This is before Shady came up and was like, subliminal in your swimming pool. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Exactly.
It's funny you say that, Harlem. 10 years ago, I actually said to an opponent at one of the events, if you don't say any of these words, you'll win this battle. Because he used so many lyrical, spiritual. I went through like 5, bro, and I'm like, you'll win by default if you don't say any of these words. And he did, like a second later. You know what I mean? So it was
if you can
even
call
back
it.
then, you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I'm the reason I chose it isn't because of what was said. It was how it was delivered, and basically not only how it was delivered, but more so the basically saying there's levels to this and you're not on our level. That's
the context behind it.
Correct. Yeah, because I think context really comes down to, you know, the context also comes down to the bars, because if there's no context behind your bars, then really you're just spitting it for the sake of spitting it.
100%.
True. Fully.
Yeah, exactly.
And that they would have felt that Epps and Lean, you know, when they would have hit that, just like you know.
Yeah.
All right, back we go.
There was a message on the chat from Dillzat. Said, bro, they go so well together, same energy levels. They definitely build up such a great energy, which makes the disc so much more raw. Facts.
Agreed.
They do.
Yeah, definitely agree.
If anyone watching this has not watched that battle, go watch the whole thing. Go watch all 3 battles, obviously. We recommend that all the time. We're not
All right.
but
Before we get too long in the tooth here, so who was your who would you have as a 2 and 2?
Currently or ever?
No, I'm gonna go
if you could put 2 Aussies ever, just for now.
Okay. Bet.
Ever.
They don't have to be a group, but who you think would be the best?
Do they have to be battlers?
Look, I'm going to preface mine by saying
maybe not.
I'm going to preface mine by saying because I thought we were talking about current, right?
Yeah.
I had that in my mind. Dream current, I think, if it could be possible, I don't think it would be, but actually Harlem and Eric Devine.
Oh, you took one.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, that would be amazing. Yeah.
They would
if it was
kill it.
possible. That would be so good.
That would be a lot of fun. I've never thought about that, but yeah.
Well, even because you guys are going to predict obvious comparisons. Like you're both the same person. It's essentially like battling just one of you. You know, there's a bunch of.
I just got to grow a mustache,
bro.
We could look really funny.
Dude, you could have so much fun with it, and you're both at the same sort of intellect level, right? So
and height.
I think
height. Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit taller. Come on, hey, talk up, not down.
No. I wanted to say, as the newer performers coming up, especially being on the top of your mind, that's who I would have picked. But all time, I would have to think on it longer. But yeah, I'm not going to back out of that one. I would say Harlem.
It is pretty good to lean into the modern current rappers right now, because it's always good to manifest some of these current duos out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
100%.
And special mention, as I said before, to Deliver and Bubba versus Juzzy and Frankie J. Man, that's a dream matchup. I brought up before, but that's a special mention anyway.
So you can't go too far, bro. We got to do that. I got to show Frankie J how it's done, bro.
There you go.
He's not going to battle me solo.
Shout out Carnivore Lords. Yeah.
Nah, I love you, bro. What do you reckon, Harlem?
Next?
Harlem.
As a modern current matchup, or current battlers that are active.
Yeah, active battlers.
I'd love to see Cortex get back into some 2-on-2s. That'd be really good. With Az would probably be awesome, but also I don't know how many people are on his socials. He's doing a lot of work with a rapper called Greasy right now, who's like a Completes protege, super dope artist. I can imagine they do some crazy back and forths already. So that'd be really cool to bring some of that fresh heat off the tracks, like we said. And the fire's already there. Another crazy one that would just be crazy to see is Complete and Bitter Belief, or Complete and OMAC coming into the battle ring. Personal all-time duo I would love to see that will never ever happen is Trem and Brad Strutt in the battle ring.
I reckon Brad Strutt would do really well, actually.
Or a lyrical commission versus another trio. That would be fucking wouldn't that just be the dream?
That's fun course.
That'd be amazing.
Oh, Fun Calls versus Lyrical Commission would just be death, bro. Like that's
a card stopper.
Bro, surely we can find someone to invest $50K to get these guys out of the woodworks just to get the bag. Get the bag, do the bar.
2026. All the leagues just put their money in together.
We'll donate Bade's laptop funds. I think we had $12.
Yeah, we got about $12.
What do you reckon, Babe?
All right, so for me, I've got Red and Vanik.
Yep.
I was going to say them too.
Yeah, what's it called? Deliver and Blue, Juzzy and Frankie. I think, and the last one I was going to say when I said I had 4 was obviously Harlem and Eric Devine. So for me, it'd be those 4 all time. I like, man, just because of I'm such a big fan, it'd have to be Forthright.
Oh man,
yes, bro. Yeah, I didn't think
it's
of that
something
one.
the culture never got to have. But you know what? I know it's almost not gonna and never gonna happen to see 360 back in it. But if 360 came back in it, I don't think it's that far of a reach that Pez could do a doubles with him. You know, they're on tour together right now.
He's such a nice guy, though.
Again, Manifest, put the feelers out there.
Yeah.
Who do you think right now, does anyone have off the top of their heads who currently could come out of the woodworks and take those two on, Pez and 60? Do you think that Cortex and Greasy would do a good job? Would they need a Complete and Bitter Belief? It's interesting.
I don't know.
Would they need an international?
When you said Complete and OMAC, bro, that's a team, bro.
Bro,
they've known each other a long time too.
And it would be gutter, bro. Like, you can imagine the wordplay. It would be filthy.
Cortex and Asthmatic could be a very lethal team, bro.
That could be
very lethal.
Yeah.
That could be really good too. Oh man, a boy can dream, can't they?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you reckon, Blue? What's yours?
All right, I got 2 real left field ones, and I'll give like actual, rappers. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, like battle rappers. Anyway, but number 1, Chillin' and Wombat. Fuck, that would be crazy, right? They got bars for days.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I don't know if anyone wants to see Chillin' It in battle rap, but yeah, fair enough.
And the next, Dr. Flea and Son of Sam, because I just love those guys. Great duo.
Yeah. Wait, bro. Oh, do you know what?
LG,
I'd love to see that matchup on beats, bro. That matchup on beats would be fucking killer.
That'd be insane. But then for battle rappers, my 2 favorite right now, Bobby Beans and Rockman, just because they're hateful cunts that can spit a couple jokes.
Yeah, damn. I think they just wouldn't get along, bro. That'd be like
who would you put him against? Who would you put him against?
Fucking Dundee and Greeley. What? Cunt? That's crazy. Sorry, that just came showing.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because that's the matchup. I think if they got together as a crew,
who they deserve
would be lethal.
Yeah.
Like they've known each other forever. They know what's expected. They know who brings what strengths and who has what. I think Dundee and Greeley would be a lethal combination. 100%. So that was one of mine. I was going to say Bannock and Red Rider because of how similar they work together. Sammy C and Donkey even.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I was thinking about that too. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I actually thought in my head,
he's
I would
all
actually
mentioned
love
the best
to
one,
see.
so I'll just bring in some others. Yeah.
And I would throw out there too, because I didn't have an all-time. I would probably throw out maybe like Morns and Dundee.
Oh, that would be pretty good
because
too.
they're so.
Could you get any more
ways.
Aussie?
Yeah, I know.
I've got a good question. We were talking about the 360 and Justice, how good they were with like having the freestyles ready and just having each other's back and stuff. I know Benji and Sweats just versed each other as kind of the freestyle champs. What if you put the two freestyle guys together? Could they do as a two on
I love
something?
Sweats. No, I love Sweats, but there's no competition. I don't know Benji so well, but come on, bro. It's 360 and Justice, bro.
No, I'm not saying against 360 and Justice. I'm just saying, do you think Benji and Sweats would work as a team, as a freestyle combo? Do you think that would be?
Because there's no rehearsal, bro.
They can't prep.
Yeah. They have to just be able to just two psychos. No, I'll tell you what, I can't wait for that battle to come out. It is so good. Benji PK versus Sweats. That was something to watch.
When you first mentioned it, I was thinking you're talking about the freestyle flip ability, you know, like, and because they only got to do 2 bars. I think they'd have a better go against 360 and Cursor than they would solo. You know,
sorry, I'm just saying as an example.
Sorry. But I'm just saying, because they can only do, if they only have to do 2 bars, those both dudes are very intelligent. They could drop a punch, just coming up with 4 and then changing the rhymes. You know what I mean? Like, they could possibly give those 360 and Justice a run, but good luck.
Just from the chat, Charlie Bucket said Manners and M-Nops.
Yeah, true. I like M-Nobs.
Yeah.
Monops, M-Nops.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's actually
Beans and Manners?
I don't think Beans is there, man.
No, neither.
Fair.
It would be like an Epps and Lean where someone's just not on Lean Epps' level or something like that.
100%.
Also, guys, quickly, we've only got 4 more minutes before this one time's out. So let's get our final notes in of any stuff we actually got to say. Shout out to our sponsors one more time. Invested Designs, 420 Superstore.
Yeah. Get a like, comment, subscribe, follow all the social medias. 100 subscribers, we're doing 360 best cursor battles, so make sure you subscribe.
Fully.
Bates, you're pumping at the last 30G event at the moment, aren't you? Who's next?
What do you mean, who's next?
On the YouTube.
Oh, sorry.
Release.
On the next. Sorry, my apologies. The last one will be released either tonight or tomorrow. Just out of respect for the prep that they put in and all the effort they did, we're going to release Blue's his rounds, and you know we'll keep it all. We won't chop it up. We'll keep it as it is. But just out of respect, it's not technically his first battle, but just out of respect to all the effort he put in coming down from Queensland, all the promo that he did, which you know, man, he's the promo lord. You know,
that's a bold claim. You're speaking with a fellow promo god right here.
Bro, what's it called?
You didn't win the award.
I won't battle rap for Blue, but I'll promo battle you. Bro.
That's a fair battle.
in saying that, right? If you could get your opponent to pull out purely off promo, bro, we'll talk.
All right, I'm gonna start working on it. I got a new goal.
I don't know if the next opponent he will do that. I think he might try to outdo the other way.
Mate, I don't know what.
Announcements
Tuesday. Off the street. He's guaranteed to pull out.
Announcements Tuesday.
Big announcement Tuesday is all we can say. Shout out to all of the battle leagues dropping videos right now. If you're not on top of it, there are several leagues dropping their last events videos right now, and it's all high quality battle stuff. Baby. Battle rap is back, baby. A quick shout out to the solo sponsor, Amber Region. You can get the discount code Harlem10 at any time, only through me. Run up the new song Lemon Juice, and my battle just dropped as well. Go press the hype button on the YouTube video.
He may have forgotten it, but he has merch on sale on Tuesday too that you need to get onto.
Yeah. I won't talk too much about it just yet, but yeah, just keep an eye out. We got some crazy drops coming.
Tuesday. Buy the shirts.
And,
Maybe Wednesday.
Just because Oz normally does it, do you want to shout out the one sponsor you love shouting out?
Carnival Lords, baby. Let's shout out Mr. Frankie J, my brother from another mother.
And I've got to give a shout out to Frankie J too, because from our last battle he's dropped multiple comments about bars. So you know, and from some dude that knows bars as well as Frankie J, that's a really, really, really fucking cool comment for me to get. Yeah,
and I want to give a shout out to Frankfurt sausages.
As confident as I am, but as confident as I am, bro. Someone that actually spits bars like that, bro. Yeah, and to say that I've got bars, good on you, brother.
All right.
Yeah, that's mad love.
Have a great week, guys, and we'll see you next Sun Dizzle.
Yeah.